Hi YouTube, this is KWall0307 with some Super Bowl what ifs. I'm going to do each team and put some what if scenarios to change the team for the better or for the worse. I'm going to do the Atlanta Falcons first because I know them more. And if you don't know me, I grew up in Georgia, so I know the team pretty well. And I'm going to change the team dramatically by a what if scenario. If you didn't already know, Brett Favre was originally drafted by the Atlanta Falcons, and he didn't really prosper as a Falcon, and he was immediately traded to the Green Bay Packers. But what if they didn't trade him? What if they gave him a chance? This is probably going to get me in trouble with my manager, but oh well. What if they gave him the chance to mature in Atlanta instead of trading him to Green Bay? They traded him because they thought he was a reckless youth and he was immature and he wasn't going to prosper. And who can say they weren't 20 years old and reckless and immature? I think it was stupid trade. Um, I don't even know what they got for him. At the time, he was pretty much garbage, but what if the Falcons kept him and then he prospered and he became this starter? How many more championships? How many more division titles? How many more conference championships? How many more Super Bowl? Well, they don't even have any Super Bowls. How many Super Bowls would they have won if they kept Brett Favre? And this leads me to my next what if scenario. This plays into my last what if scenario if they had Brett Favre. So they would need to draft a quarterback in the 2001 draft to replace a aging Chris Chandler because they have Brett Favre, and they wouldn't made that terrible trade to the San Diego Chargers. They traded their first and third pick and then the second round pick in the next draft to the Chargers for their first overall pick to pick Michael Vick. And whatever vendetta I have against Vick, this doesn't matter. I think he's an average quarterback, maybe at best above average at times. But if you have Brett Favre and Michael Vick are not on the same level. Brett Favre is up here. Michael Vick's like maybe. Uh, and can you imagine if the Falcons kept their pick and drafted LaDainian Tomlinson, who the Chargers picked? Can you imagine a backfield with Brett Favre and LaDainian Tomlinson? Plus, there was a lot of talent in the back of in the later rounds that were drafted. So that is intriguing, and that leads to my next what if. My next what if is what if the Falcons did whatever they had to draft Drew Brees? That would be amazing. Putting Drew Brees behind Brett Favre to learn, that'd be amazing. Drew Brees is already good on his own. He basically did it all on his own in San Diego. And what if San Diego ended up drafting Michael Vick? They wouldn't need a quarterback in the second round because he was drafted in the first overall pick in the second round. What if he was left? What if the Falcons didn't draft Algie Crumpler, who was at times like Vic, an above average tight end? He was the favorite target of Vic, but Drew Brees would be amazing. Learning from Brett Favre, either traded into the first round to draft Drew Brees, or maybe if like I said, the Chargers ended up drafting Michael Vick, it just makes you wonder what would the team be like, and how many more division titles, how many more conference championships, how many more Super Bowls would have the Falcons won if they had one Brett Favre, two LaDainian Tomlinson, three Drew Brees to learn from Brett Favre. That would be an amazing team. And I don't know, this is just a what if scenario, and it just didn't happen. And you see the results, and the Falcons are finally getting their act together, but just makes you think, what if?